Trelen, we got it. I pirated the Space Crouton signal and will be able to broadcast our story without involving that cruddy guy and his AI sidekick.
Awesome. I don't trust Cruddy either. What should we do now?
Easy. Every episode starts out with the theme song. The radio is set up. Just press play for the theme song.
Curdy, can you hear me?
In orbit round a star, do you know just where we are?
Curdy, can you hear me?
Is your mission clear? You have nothing left to fear.
Space Croutons, Season 6. Space Croutons, Season 6. Space Croutons, Season 6. Curdy, can you hear me?
You travel time and space, you save the human race.
Curdy, can you hear me?
Half a dozen seasons, half a dozen reasons.
Space Croutons, Season 6. Space Croutons, Season 6. Space Croutons, Season 6.
Welcome, audience, to another fine episode of Space Croutons. My brother Trelen and I have taken over today's story time to bring you one of our recent adventures.
That's right, and we hope you enjoy it. It's like our dad always says, boys, get off that video game and get your chores done.
Why did you say that? Dad does always say that, but it has nothing to do with today's story.
I know, but it makes about as much sense as Curdy's dad sayings, and I felt like we needed a dad saying to include in our intro.
Geez, keep working on that, will ya? Let's get to today's story. It was something of a wild ride for us. Start the recording we made for our story, Trelen.
On it. How'd we end up here?
Give me a second here, bro. I'm thinking.
The last thing I remember is putting a tape into the player on your retro-styled music player. It was a tape from that thrift store box of music albums, CDs, and cassette tapes that Aunt Jessica gave us last time we saw her. She found the items while she was thrifting and knew we would like to try them out on our classic music player. What's the last thing you remember?
I remember that same thing. I picked up the Bing Crosby Merry Christmas tape and put it in the player. It had something written in black permanent ink on a white strip of tape on it.
You're right. We joked about how someone was pretty goofy to write, "Do not play this tape, extremely dangerous." But of course, people are going to play the tape with a challenge like that written right on it. Do you think the tape had something to do with bringing us here?
I don't know about that, but I think our first priority is to figure out where we are, and by the looks of these vehicles passing us, when we are.
Good idea. My guess, based on the style of these cars, we would be in the 1930s or early 1940s. You see all those prominent rounded headlights and huge rounded fenders? That's a Packard Woodside station wagon that just passed. It looks exactly like the one on the Waltons reruns that we watched with grandmother during the weekend. We stayed with her to help with yard work.
All right, that's a good observation. The street signs are all written in English, and the cars are driving on the right-hand side of the road. We might be in the United States, but let's see if we can find a library or newspaper around here. Are you warm enough just in your jeans and the flannel shirt?
I'm okay for now, but these tennis shoes have got to go. Look around at what everyone else is wearing. The men are mostly in suit coats and ties and pants. The women are almost all wearing dresses.
Look down the block. There's a movie theater. We could pick up a clue about what year it is from the movies that are showing.
Here we go. This theater is called the Sanger Theater. I know where we might be. This theater is in Mobile, Alabama, or in Pensacola, Florida. Both towns still have a Sanger Theater standing today. Cool. They are showing Casablanca and Holiday Inn. Okay, movie buff, what does that tell you?
We're most likely in 1942 since both of those movies were released in 1942. Try this on for size. We're playing Bing Crosby's Merry Christmas cassette, which has the song White Christmas on it, and here is the movie where the song White Christmas was first introduced. Maybe the warning on the tape was related to that song. It could be one of those secret portal devices that could have been embedded in objects.
You could be right, but this wind is really getting cold. Can we go inside the lobby?
Can't we go inside the lobby? Do you have any money from 1942 or before? Of course we don't. Any ideas on how to get inside?
Sure, just watch this. I'm going to talk to the ticket seller. Excuse me, could I please step inside and look in your lost and found for my jacket? I think I may have left it in here after the matinee showing.
No problem, kid. Go to the door just to the left of the concession stand and knock. Our manager's there and can let you look for your jacket.
Swell. My mom has been flipping her wig over and I really hope my jacket is in there.
What took you so long?
Chill out, bro. I was only gone for 5 minutes or so. Look here. One slightly used jacket for you and another one for me.
Trelen, somebody may come back for those jackets. We can't take those.
Oh, yes, we can. I told the manager that none of the jackets were mine. He said I could take any one of them, that I was going to donate all of the items in the lost and found at the Goodwill store on Saturday anyway. He insisted that I take one for both of us since our dad is in the Navy in the South Pacific right now, and we haven't heard from him in 6 months.
I don't know if you're a gifted liar or a genius. What made you think of that story?
Well, I figured that you're right about the year being 1942, so that means World War II is going on, and the United States entered the fighting about a year ago. There were lots of Navy guys in the lobby, and since we think we might be in Pensacola or Mobile, I took a chance. Pensacola is a port town with a Navy base, so the manager would probably be more sympathetic to a Navy family. It worked like a charm.
Now all we need is money. Let's check the pockets of these jackets. Mine are empty.
Mine too, but it was a good idea. You're going to need a haircut unless you plan to keep your long hair tucked up in that hat all the time. My hair is a little bit shaggy too compared to the other guys around here.
We can't get a haircut without some money. All I have is a digital voice recorder in my shirt pocket and an open pack of breath mints.
You have the digital voice recorder with you? Has it been turned on all of this time?
Let me check. Yep, it's recording. I turned it on when we decided to play the tape marked, "Do not play, extremely dangerous."
Swell. Genius obviously runs in our family.
We still need to get some money somehow.
Yes, we do. Look at that bottle next to the building. You know, that is the first sign of litter I've seen around here. I'm going to throw it in the next trash can we pass.
Wait, Trelen. Let me see that bottle first. Awesome. It says return for deposit on it. Remember grandmother telling us about how she and her siblings would collect bottles when they needed extra money? They would turn in the bottles at the grocery store and get 5 cents per bottle.
Oh yeah, she said the best place to find the bottles were around playgrounds, public parks, and bars. But only 5 cents a bottle? How many bottles will it take to get a haircut and a sandwich?
Haircut and a sandwich? Who said anything about getting a sandwich?
Me. I'm starving.
You're probably thinking of 2025 prices for food. We might be able to afford a haircut and 2 sandwiches if we can get a couple dozen bottles or so.
I'm so glad you were right about the food prices in 1942. I was afraid we'd be picking up bottles for weeks.
It was lucky we found out that hangout spot where people were carelessly leaving their bottles behind. That was a real score for us. I still have 50 cents left over, and we both got haircuts and sandwiches.
What's lucky is that the waitress thought you were cute and bought us each a soft drink on the house. Or we could have been drinking ice water with our sandwiches.
Well, I do have a certain charm. Let's see if we can find the Goodwill store that the theater manager mentioned. We really need some different shoes and possibly a canvas bag of some sort to hold our modern tennis shoes.
A canvas bag would be so great to haul bottles in.
We must be getting close to the right place. There's a donation bin on the corner here.
Yep, we made it. I wonder how many steps I would have for today. I bet it's in the 10,000s, but I will never know since you made me take off my smartwatch.
Of course you had to take off your smartwatch. People in 1942 wouldn't know what it is if they noticed it on your wrist. Stop whining and look for some shoes. I found a pair already, so I will be over by the luggage area looking for a backpack of some kind.
I don't think they called them backpacks in 1942. Just say a duffel bag or a rucksack or something.
Good point. I will keep it in mind.
Okay, I think this pair of shoes will work for me. I'll help you look for a bag.
Let's take this stuff up to the register and check out, okay? Hold on, Trelen. Something's happening. Ah!
It's the same thing that happened when we put in the tape.
Ah! That was a nasty landing. I don't enjoy landing against a metal trash can.
Me either, but it looks different here. I don't think we're in Kansas. Oops, I mean Pensacola anymore.
It's still December. There are still Christmas decorations up on the buildings and also on the streetlights, just like in the last 8 times we've jumped.
True, but the cars are newer. Only a few of those 40-style cars are here. That truck just passed us, and looks like the red truck you always see on Christmas-themed stuff. You know how much Rue hates that truck design on things. I looked it up one time to see what kind of trucks those were. They were the beginning of the Ford F1 series. We could be in the 50s now.
Could be, but how are we going to get home? I mean, we have no idea how long this adventure will last, and how many different Christmases we're going to experience. The only thing we know for sure is that every time we jump, we hear Bing Crosby singing, "I'm dreaming of a white Christmas."
Valid points, but until we figure out how to get home, we have to go with the flow. Did the backpack make the trip with us again?
Yes, it's all good. Hold on. We never checked the pockets in the backpack. Score! There's a $20 bill in here.
We could totally buy out the Goodwill with that kind of money in the 50s. Why don't we look for some gifts to the rest of the family while we're here? I bet there's some cool stuff to be found.
Okay, but we can't spend it all. We might need it before this adventure ends. Do you think we are still in Pensacola?
Everything looks so different from the last town we landed in. That building across the street is a post office, and it looks like the old brick in Milton, Florida. A movie theater is across from the old courthouse there in the present day. If this is Milton, we can just walk down the block and check out the movies.
There's the theater ahead. I think you might be right about this being Milton, Florida. This is the Imogene Theater. It still has the name on the building in 2025, but a church meets there now. We're not too far from home. Not really a walkable distance, but we might be able to catch a bus.
Why would we try to get to our home? Our family didn't live here in the 1950s.
No, they didn't live here, but whoever built that radio hut on our property built it in 1949. They left the date and their initials on the cement pad. We might be able to use the portal in that radio to get back to our time.
I guess that's as good as any plan I have right now. The movie showing is The Man with a Golden Arm, starring Frank Sinatra and Kim Novak. Is that helpful?
Yes, it lets me know that this is December 1955. I prefer the movie Sinatra starred in during 1954. Guys and Dolls and The Tender Trap. They were more lighthearted and fun. This movie is much darker.
Okay, let's find the thrift store to see what cool things we can get for the girls, Mom and Dad. I bet there's one near here. Let's ask the guy over there.
Excuse me, we're looking for a local thrift store. Is there one near here?
Why do you want to know where a thrift store is? Don't you have any money?
Oh, just tell him where it is, James. He's clearly not from around here.
You're right, Mary. I don't recognize these guys, and if they were locals, I would know them from school. They could be Russian spies. What are your names, anyway?
My name is Trelen, and this is my brother Seiver. We don't go to public school. We are homeschooled.
Homeschooled? What in blue blazes is that supposed to mean?
You're right. That does sound suspicious. I've never heard of names like Trelen or Seiver either. Ask them a question that only an American would know.
Hey, let go of my arm.
Yeah, not until you tell me who won the World Series of baseball this year.
No problem. The Brooklyn Dodgers took the series 4 games to 3 over the New York Yankees. The first World Series championship in 7 tries for the Dodgers. Satisfied?
Let's just tell them how to get to the Helping Hand store. Head over 6 blocks to the west. You'll find the store near the Milton Bakery. Really good donuts there if you're hungry.
That was a close call. I'm gonna have a bruise on my arm. He wasn't letting go. And how did you know the answer to the baseball question? I've never heard you talk about professional baseball stats at all.
You know William in our scout troop? He's crazy for baseball and always quoting stats like that. I'm just lucky that William made such a big deal over the Dodgers' first series championship. He talks about it all the time, and we're really fortunate that the guy didn't ask about a different year. I wouldn't have had a clue about any other baseball question.
Let's see what we can find in the store, and then I want to figure out how we can get home.
Okay, you check out the toys for the girls, and I'll look around for something for Dad and Mom.
Fine. I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes.
I found a couple of cool things for Dad. A pocket knife with a Boy Scouts insignia on it, and it's really awesome neckerchief style. I'm so glad he's a Scoutmaster now. It makes gift giving for him much easier.
I found one of the first ever Lego sets. Look at this container. It's labeled Lego Automatic Binding Bricks. Jacori will love these.
Ah, It's happening again. Hang on.
This is exactly what happens every time we hear White Christmas by Bing Crosby. Here comes the landing!
Okay, it's official. I officially hate the song White Christmas. I'm going to have PTSD from these jumps and landings against trash cans, piles of cardboard, boxes, and this time, a pile of construction debris.
Me too. I'm guessing that White Christmas was a very popular song for several years after it was released. I just wish we could get home. I've got better things to do than just hop around through time to Bing's iconic voice.
Yeah, you're so right about that. It feels like we're stuck in this time-jumping stuff. I wonder where and what year we've landed in this time.
The trees and landscapes look a lot like Northwest Florida. Tall pine trees everywhere and these live oaks that stay green year-round.
Yep, still December with Christmas lights everywhere too. Let's stay out the stores for a little bit. I'm not ready for another time jump.
What about a walk?
I guess so. Do these street sign names mean anything to you?
Nope. They're pretty common. We're on Adams Drive. There are probably thousands of Adams Drives in the United States. What about these cars passing us? Can you read a year on the tags?
Hold up, we might be able to read one of the tags on the parked car. There are a couple houses coming up on the left-hand side of the street up ahead.
Oh my gosh. You're not going to believe this, but this has to be Crested View, Florida.
What? How could you even know that?
I've been in this neighborhood before. I've seen that school on the other side of the road. That's where the principal hired me to do a small mural in the office area when she saw the mural I painted for Ruru. The school doesn't have nearly as many classrooms in this time period, but I love how it looks with the small black fencing around it. The trees are smaller, but that is definitely Bob Sykes Elementary School. Our great-grandmother worked in this school in the early 1960s until she took off for a year to get her master's degree, and Ruru came to elementary school here at that time.
How weird could that be? I mean, it's hard to imagine grandmother as a young mother and teacher. She's 94 years old now. And Ruru as an elementary school kid? That's too strange to even consider.
But if we've leaped into the 60s now, we might be able to get a ride home from grandmother.
What? Not in a million years. Nobody would pick up a couple of teenagers that they don't even know and drive them 2 hours away from here.
Grandmother would. She's such a soft touch for the underdog. We just have to come up with a plausible story and she'll gladly help us out. I just wish I knew for sure if she was teaching here yet.
I think this idea is insane, but I don't have a better idea. Well, at least this landing was easier. Much colder and wetter, but easier.
So far, each time we've jumped in time, we've moved a little more to the east in Northwest Florida, as well as moving forward in time. And I know right where we are this time.
Really, hotshot? How do you know right where we are?
Just look at the shape of this lake and the two churches around it. Notice anything special about it?
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. The lake is a great big circle. We're in Defuniac Springs. I'm glad we come here every year to look at the Christmas lights on the lake. Or else we would have been looking for the library and hiking all around to figure out where we landed.
The good news is we're getting closer to home with each jump. But the bad news is, grandmother lives 30 minutes to the west of here, so our chance of a ride home from her just got busted.
The bad news is that our jeans, socks, and shoes are completely soaked through. At least the weather isn't freezing cold. This is a warm day, even for December in Florida. Hopefully, we will dry off before anyone notices us.
Main Street is just ahead of us. Let's go look at the store windows a bit.
You know, the businesses all used to have such intricate window displays. I wonder if they did that all year round or just at Christmas time. Look at the street lights with garland wrapped all around them.
It does look a lot more festive in our modern times. Seems like Christmas in the past was much more of a community event, too. That's it, people. The digital recorder battery died on us, and we wouldn't have a compatible charger until we got back to our home in 2025. Should we tell the folks how the story ended?
Inquiring minds wants to know. When we decided to walk through downtown to Defuniac, we found a portal in the community center building. What do they call it, Seiver?
The Chautauqua Center. Much easier to travel through a certified portal in the progressive town than when I got trapped back in 1965 in a town of time travel deniers. We were able to find an elderly couple who were willing to pay us to do some yard work and help them put up their Christmas lights. It gave us enough money to get home with a few dollars to spare.
We even picked up a vintage Christmas brooch for Mom at a craft booth just outside the Chautauqua Center.
The Chautauqua Center. Get it right, Trelen. Oh no, We're almost out of time and we didn't play a commercial yet.
I got you, bro. Listen to this, folks. It's all about a wonderful product from the Beckett Industries Home Products Division.
Have you ever searched for just the perfect souvenir while time traveling, only to arrive home with it to find that it has lost its luster? The shine and patina on your purchase ends up being attacked by time travel tarnish. Don't let time travel tarnish impact your purchases anymore. All you need is a canister of Time Detarnisher from Beckett Industries and one of our time travel pouches. To completely ward off time travel tarnish, it is simple. Take your object and spray our time travel detarnisher on it. Insert it into the bag and seal it shut. You will be completely satisfied with your experience using time travel detarnisher, or your 88 microcredits will be returned before your next quantum leap through time. Get your own canister of detarnisher and protect all of your purchases from the devastating effects of time. Beckett Industries, striving to serve all of your time travel needs. Happy time travels.
Does that commercial narrator sound familiar to you? I swear I know that voice.
Well, of course you do. Beckett Industries is always using the same voiceover artist. You heard her voice tons of times before. It's time to sign off anyway. And it's like our mom always says to Dad, get to the point, honey.
And the point of this adventure is to never play a cassette of Bing Crosby Merry Christmas album that is marked with the words, extremely dangerous, do not play. Unless you want to get stuck back in time during the years that song, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, was a #1 Christmas hit.
Oh, come on. You promised I wouldn't have to hear that song again for a long time.
I can't help it, Trelen. It's a true classic. Oh yeah, keep peace in your hearts until our next story time. Play us out with the theme song, Trey.
I will build a world for you. My family I hold so true. My love for you is oh so strong. Now come on, Curdy, finish this song.
Curdy, can you hear me? The stories are the key, but they're not for free. Curdy, can you hear me? And with each new world, time it will unfurl.
Space Croutons, Season 6. Space Croutons, Season 6. Space Croutons, Season 6. And featuring the guardrails of the galaxy.
Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me?
Curdy, can you hear me? Come in, Curdy. Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy.
Space Croutons is a work of original fiction. Similarities to persons, situations, or events, real or fictional, is coincidental and unintentional. Created and written by Jerry, Jace, John, Della, and Jeff Goodson. Episode story by Della. Original music by John, Della, Jerry, and Jeff. Theme song performed by Jerry, Jeff, Della, John, Patsy Puckett, and Sally. Production by Jeff. Featuring the voice talents of Joel Blakesley, Levi Blakesley, Della, and Jeff. Entire work copyright 2025 by Jeff, John, Jerry, Della, and Jace Goodson. This has been a Good Witch audio production.